Hi, my name is Sheris Michelson, and you're watching ACCA TV. And this evening, I'm with the very talented fine artist, Scotch Hopkins. Hi, Scott.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm guessing you are too because we're here at your amazing show.
It's very exciting. I'm definitely nervous, but I'm here for it.
Awesome. So I have noticed that you have worked some incredible elements into your work. For example, there's a lot of science in your work. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how it got worked into your beautiful art?
Absolutely. I've always had a high passion for science. I've always had an affinity for it in studies, and I just think it's very beautiful when it comes to mathematics and science. It's the blueprints of reality and the foundation of everything that we are and how we exist in the universe. And I just think that's so beautiful that we're a part of it. And I like to show that dichotomy of the cycle of our continuous creation and destruction, and that we're all a part of this giant system where we have shared the atomic structures with stars. I think that's incredible.
That is incredible. And you're on your way to becoming a star in the art world. So I love that the stars are in the art and then the star is also doing the art. So
Indeed, that's a good one.
so how did you start painting and when did you start painting?
I've always been an artist since I was a kid. I'm a big comic book fan, so I used to draw Superman and Clark Kent and all that, and I would cut them out and make my own action figures. And you know those little tacks that you stick in, you can do the bend. So I had them at the joint so I could move their arms and everything. I actually still have some of those. My mom kept them because she was like, what is this? How did you learn how to do this? Because I'm one of the only artists in the family. But it's just been a huge part of my life forever. And then these last few years, I've really concentrated on exploring that aspect of myself more. And that's why we're here. This is the journey. And I have a lot of ambitions with my art and creativity on what I want to do moving forward.
Wonderful. Now, I've also noticed that there's a lot of color in your work. Is there a reason for that, or are there meanings behind that?
There can be meanings depending on the piece, but I just love colors and bright colors. Even if I'm feeling depressed, I like bright colors. And then a lot of the reason I use some of the colors I did is because in different spectrums of light, the painting looks different. For example, like in black light, this illuminates all the colors quite drastically and different. It gives it a total different aesthetic. And I love that duality, as we were also talking with the universe, with creation and destruction. I like to incorporate both those kind of aspects within my pieces.
Now, how long does it take for you to complete a piece?
Sometimes a month, sometimes a night, sometimes a few months. I just finished one this morning, and it took me 3 weeks.
Wow. That's the one you showed me earlier?
It is, yeah.
It's beautiful.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. It took a lot of work.
So, with regard to art training, are you just someone who didn't have any art schooling, or like you're a natural, or have you had some training mixed in with your love for art and creativity?
I definitely have a lot of natural ability, thankfully, but I definitely studied it in school, and I was a pretty prominent art student, and I'm from Nebraska originally, and I was able to get away with a lot. I can be a little bit, I don't know, I can push the boundaries a little bit on what's acceptable and not, but I would tell my art teacher, like, oh, I don't work under these conditions. I need to have music, I need to be this or that. So my school ended up giving me my very own art class, like no one else was in the class. And so I had it like close to my lunch, so I actually took 2 lunches. And as long as I turned my work in, she didn't care. I could go anywhere on the school property to do my art. But wow. I convinced them that that's what I needed for my creativity.
You're brilliant.
Yeah, and a little bit outrageous.
So you mentioned that you like to listen to music while you're creating. What type of music inspires you, or do you listen to for your work?
I listen to quite a different variety, especially depending on the mood of the piece. So many different kinds. I mean, everything from Beethoven to the Doors to some kind of reggae or, I don't know, rock, rap, everything.
I do feel a little reggae in your work.
Indeed.
So what would you tell people who are going to be viewing your work this evening?
Let's see. I guess just that In a way, I've never been so vulnerable and exposed. And you're really getting a glimpse into who I am, my emotions, my creativity, the way my brain works, the most beautiful aspects about me, and the things that I struggle with the most. So I guess the thing I would tell people is just that, you know, to look at all the details and to just experience the paintings, and I just can't wait to hear what people have to say about it.
Thank you so much, Scotch.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.